Hello guys, this is Infinim here, and Lightside TV is approaching its end. For many people, it's joy. It's a lot of rewards coming in. For other people, you might miss some of this because Lightside TV, once you actually have a capable team of doing it, it's actually really fun to play on. Honestly, I do not have a big roster myself. I have 2.6 million GP, we're gonna go over that in a second, but I'm pretty proud about one thing that I did here. I managed to pull 36 waves using barely 3 teams plus the negotiator, so not that much, and that's not really a big account by any means compared to other players that are using 5 to 4 million GP worth to get a lot of waves. So I'm really proud of all of the results I'm going to share with you guys in a second. And I think that what really benefited me towards getting this amount of waves was, first of all, there's strategy behind each of these nodes. You know which teams you want to use, which teams you might want to avoid. I also didn't play special missions to farm a little bit of the wave numbers, but I still played most of the stuff reasonably well. And stuff that is really important to be taking attention for, that is maybe disregarded when you're thinking about the strategy on this, is the platoons. For example, this platoon on this territory, so this middle territory here that you play on phase 2 or phase 3 or phase 4 depending on where your guild is at, will give you this bonus of, for example, when you kill an enemy, or when you defeat an enemy rather, you take a bonus turn. So for example, you can play around, for example, this character has 16 stacks, you're using a clone trooper like Captain Rex, you can use a basic and they're gonna double tap and you're gonna kill the enemy and then you get an extra bonus turn. So you know, you can start a bit of a, you can plan around all of those moves and you can afford to use that strategy to your own success. With that being said, I would like to go over my squads and what I used to be able to perform as well as I did in Lightside TV, because I think there's a lot of this is not content that's just targeting the bigger accounts. If you have big boys in that Lightside part of the roster, you can also do pretty well. So these are the Lightside teams that I used. So the first one, it has full Relic 5s and 7s on the Padme team, so these are not shy by any means, they're really top-end focused, as well as Shakti with clones. These were the ones that I used in phase 1 and phase 2. And this Padme team, it's not super reliable. It got me 4 waves in phase 1, it got me 3 waves in phase 2, doing the phase 1 middle territory, doing that light side battle in there. It's a decent team. The thing, of course, is it's a lot of relic levels, but still, it's like when you build towards Lightside TV, you can't really get away with lower gears. You do need all of those relics, but so it really requires a specialized roster if you want to succeed with the not as big end accounts, which is why it might seem targeted towards the bigger players because they all have all of these characters to relics. Shock Clone's super reliable team. Has a lot of protection regen, has a lot of turn meter manipulation, defeats droid battalion stacks like it eats breakfast, it's amazing. Then in phase 3, it was the Gas Ahsoka mission. I actually pulled this one a 3 out of 4 twice. This Padme team with the Gear 11 3PO. 3PO would die in wave 1 or 2 both times, but I managed a 3 out of 4 and a 4 out of 4 with this team, which is incredible. That was way above my expectations. And the Shock team managed a 4 out of 4 in P3, 4 out of 4... they actually did 4 out of 4 in P1, P2, P3. The one bad thing about the Shock T team was that I couldn't beat Cam mission with it, which was slightly unfortunate. We did that on stream on twitch.tv/infinem__. And the pad on the Gas Ahsoka mission actually succeeded the first time I ever did it. Since then, it's always been a 3 out of 4. Mainly because this mission has RNG in the way of do you daze Dooku when you get heal immunity? Can you heal back up after the heal immunity? You might not be able to, and then the mission just kind of goes south. But you might be able to pull it off sometimes you don't. And then I also had a very reliable negotiator to grab me a few waves in here. So let me show you what was my negotiator comp. I managed to get 4 waves with this, so let me show you. So it's definitely a negotiator. It's Relic 7 GK piloting it. I don't believe you need the Relic 7 to pilot it, but you do need the 7 stars to be able to use it. And the lineup I used was Anakin 82, Dumbar, the Y-Wing, which is a ship that many people need to platoon, so you might want to swap this out with like Sergeant, which mine is not good. I also used Ahsoka's reinforcement, and I also used Plo Koon as reinforcement. My Plo Koon is Gear 9, he's not really well developed, but all he needs to do is get his reinforcement, get rid of the debuffs, give turn meter to the team using... Is it this move? It is this move. Giving that move and let the team ride by itself. I did not use Sarge a single time. I did use the Ahsoka, and this team did propel me 2 more waves. So in general, if you are building towards light side TB, you need to be aware that you might have to really spend that gear on the top heavy part of your roster, which isn't necessarily bad because the Padme team is amazing in Arena. The Gas team is amazing in Arena, just depends on how many Galactic Legends you need to face on it. Comes down to some luck, of course, and knowing what the platoons also do. I think that's a really important thing about it. Good luck in your light side TB. You can work for it the next month. You can try to gear up some more of these characters, try to get them to the top end, and also remodding does help, trying to get your best mods on these characters so they perform as well as they possibly can. That is it for the next time, for this time rather, and I'm gonna show you another video where we're gonna talk about the best squads that you could build towards in LSTB. So see you all next time.